it's time for Truth or Fake. Catalina Marchand Abreu is here in studio. Catalina, in tonight's edition, some are accusing a transgender pilot of causing the deadly helicopter crash in Washington last week. Tell us more.
That's right, Sharon. This is a transphobic hoax pushed by pro-Trump users on social media after a military helicopter crashed into an American Airlines passenger plane that killed 67 people in Washington, D.C. last week. An accident that President Donald Trump blamed without providing any further evidence on federal diversity initiatives, also known as DEI, that has created a wave of disinformation on social media focusing on DEI, as some pro-Trump users blame this woman, Jo Ellis, a transgender American helicopter pilot, for the deadly crash. These claims started to spread on X on January 3rd. As this user says, the pilot of the Black Hawk has been identified as Chief Warrant Officer Jo Ellis, a transgender woman. Jo, they say, who has been making radicalized anti-Trump statements on socials in this post that's been seen over 2 million times on X already, while other users post similar claims where they even suggest that speculations rise over this pilot's perhaps deliberate intentions for causing the deadly crash, as others also say that what happened may have been just another transit terror attack. And this post also seen 4.8 million times on X. These accusations come after President Donald Trump signed a series of executive orders taking an aim on diversity, starting with this one from January 27th, banning what his administration calls a transgender ideology in the U.S. military, restricting transgender peoples from military service, and a second executive order of the kind to stop what they call woke policies in federal aviation, an overall crackdown on diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives in the U.S.
And Catalina, what have you actually found regarding these claims, truth or fake?
Transgender pilot Jo Ellis is not the pilot who flew the helicopter that caused the deadly mid-air collision in Washington, D.C. on the night of January 29th. Ellis actually went to Facebook after she saw these fake claims circulating online. She says, "Some craziness has happened on the internet, and I'm being named as one of the pilots of the DC crash." She also posted this video of her proof of life and statement.
Interesting morning. This is Jo Ellis. I am a Black Hawk pilot with Virginia Army National Guard. I understand some people have associated me with the crash in DC, and that is false.
So as she says, these fake claims, as she says, insulting to the families and victims, she explains that she is a Black Hawk pilot with the Virginia National Guard and that she is alive and well. Hence, it couldn't have been her flying the military helicopter, since we know that all crew members sadly passed away in this helicopter crash and collision. The U.S. Army just actually released the name of the third Black Hawk crew member that was involved in the deadly crash, identified as a 28-year-old Rebecca Loback, who died alongside her fellow pilot Andrew Eves and crew member Sergeant Ryan O'Hara, as this fatal mid-air collision between a helicopter and a passenger flight left absolutely no survivors in the nation's deadliest air disaster since 2001.
And finally, Catalina, there is another claim doing the rounds online, this one involving the Biden administration. What's going on with that one?
That's right. That's because President Trump did not only blame this collision on DEI initiatives without proof, but also on the Biden administration and on the Democrats for supporting such initiatives, as this extremely viral claim has been circulating on X, seen over 19 million times on the platform since February 2nd, where this user claims that this woman that you see circled in the photo in red was one of the Black Hawk helicopter pilots known as Rebecca Loback, who we just mentioned, who they say spent the last 2 years at the White House instead of flying. Why? Perhaps implying that this pilot was inexperienced and has caused the fatal collision. This claim started circulating actually one day after the news came out of the Black pilot that was identified as Rebecca Loback, who we mentioned in the segment earlier, who passed away in this collision. A fake claim, as pointed out by X, that clarifies that this person circled was actually a junior White House press aide in the Biden administration, not a Black Hawk helicopter pilot serving in the U.S. military.
Thank you so much for all of that, Catalina, taking us through tonight's Truth or Fake. That is it from us for now. Do stay with us, though. We'll be right back with more world news.